Hello students, my name is Riddhi Madam and I welcome you all to the second lecture of microbes in human welfare. In my first video, I have already discussed about what microbes are, how do they look, what are different types of microbes. You can just go to my channel and see the video if you want. In this channel, I will be focusing on a specific topic, that is uses of microbes in household aspect. Entire topic will be covered in this entire lecture. Now, where are microbes used? Now, in our household aspect, there is lot of use of microbes. Now, the basic use of microbes, what we see is in making of curd, particularly curd, yogurt and cheese. These three things come under dairy product. You all must have observed your mother, how she makes curd. Has anyone observed? Just try to remember. For making curd, what do your mother do? She has to take milk. She heats milk, isn't it? It has to be just lukewarm. She doesn't boil milk. Garam nahi karna. You don't have to boil that milk. You have to just make that milk lukewarm. And once that milk is made lukewarm, she adds starter or inoculum. Now, what is this starter and inoculum? That is just a little bit of curd, already existing curd. That spoonful of curd is being added in the lukewarm milk. That spoonful of curd is called starter. You must be surprised to know that this spoonful of curd contains millions of bacteria. And why we are heating, why we are making milk lukewarm? That is just to provide ambient temperature to the bacteria so that the bacteria can multiply. Which bacteria are present? Which help us? That is name of the bacteria is LAB. Lactic acid bacteria. This bacteria are very important. Once your mother adds inoculum into that milk, the bacteria are activated. What do? They mainly digest sugar which is present in milk. What is the name of that sugar? Name of the sugar is lactose sugar. Now this lactose sugar, once it is digested, it gets converted into lactic acid. Now you understood why the term lactic acid bacteria is given? Because this bacteria, they convert lactose sugar into lactic acid. Once lactic acid is formed, this lactic acid now digests protein which is present in milk. What is name of that protein? Name of that protein is casein. You have studied this name in even 11th standard. This is a very famous milk protein. Now this milk protein is not completely digested, but let me tell you, this is not completely digested. This is incompletely or partially digested. And partial digestion of the milk protein, this is because of the partial digestion of milk protein called casein, we get curd. So this curd is having lot of benefit. What does it contain? Curd is comparatively better than milk. Why? It is good source of organic acid. It contains vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin, that's the scientific name of vitamin B12. Also, it protects your gut, your alimentary canal. It protects your stomach from harmful bacteria. So in this way, curd has lot of health benefits. Which bacteria we use? We use lactic acid bacteria. What thing we add? That is a starter or inoculum. Other aspect is that many a time student ask me that, madam, what is the difference between curd and yogurt? Both of them are more or less same with little bit of difference. In yogurt, temperature is comparatively higher. Like we have to heat milk like 45 degrees, 40 to 45. And in curd, temperature is less than 40. For yogurt, you need to heat milk more. Temperature is about approximately, you have to heat it till 45 degrees. Another thing is that there is a difference with even bacteria. For curd, we need lactic acid bacteria, but for yogurt, we need Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaris. Again, I repeat, these are the two bacteria which we need for making yogurt. So what is the difference? Difference is in temperature and second is the bacteria. Here temperature should be less than 40, here temperature should be 45. Here you have LAB, that is lactic acid bacteria, and here you have Streptococcus thermophilus and Lactobacillus bulgaris. So in this way, curd and yogurt are made. Now, second important aspect is cheese. Now for cheese also, we have to first make curd. We have to prepare curd. by using same lactic acid bacteria. You have to make curd by using same lactic acid bacteria. Once curd is made, you have to heat that curd. गरम करना है कर्ड को. Okay, once you heat it, what will happen? You know, उसका पानी निकल जाएगा. Water will come out. Water will drain out. उसमें से पानी निकलेगा. What is that water called which just comes out of curd? That is called whey. Again I repeat, whey. W-H-E-Y, whey. Slowly and gradually as water drains out, the solid thing which you get, okay, and you have to tie it. You have to tie it in that cotton cloth. Once you tie it in the cotton cloth, slowly and gradually water drains out. And after some time what you get is a cottage cheese. Cottage cheese. Isn't it? This is a very basic industry. It is a very old industry. This cottage cheese your mother can even prepare at home. हम घर पे भी बना सकते हैं. And it is a just single step process. It doesn't need, you know, very complicated things या ऐसा कुछ नहीं. It's a single step process. We can prepare at our home. And this cheese is unripened cheese. This cottage cheese जो है, that's an unripened cheese. It's very easy to make. Another type of cheese here is a ripened cheese. जो हाई है ना, जो mozzarella cheese, isn't it? Rauford cheese, Swiss cheese. This all cheese are which cheese? They are ripened cheese. So ये ripened cheese कैसे बनते हैं? They are basically made from unripened cheese. But you need help of some extra bacteria. या तुम्हें other than this lactic acid bacteria, we even need some other strains of bacteria and fungus. So for Swiss cheese, for making Swiss cheese, we need a bacteria called Propionibacterium shermani. Don't get worried, its name is already given in textbook. So Propionibacterium shermani. For Swiss cheese, you need this bacteria. For Rauford cheese, you don't need bacteria, you need fungus. What's the name of that fungus? What is the name of the fungus? That is Penicillium raufoorti. For Rauford cheese, Penicillium raufoorti. For Swiss cheese, Propionibacterium shermani. You all must have seen Tom and Jerry when you were kids, isn't it? So Jerry के हाथ में जो cheese होता है, what is that? That's a Swiss cheese. And Swiss cheese has many holes in it. तो ये जो holes है, what are they? So these holes are nothing but they are made up of, they are what? They are carbon dioxide. Because the cheese is also prepared through fermentation. So जो gas निकलता है, that is carbon dioxide. So Swiss cheese basically has many holes and that is nothing but because of carbon dioxide. So in this way we prepare cheese. Even there is other way of classifying the cheese, that is on the basis of amount of water. So that is soft cheese, semi-hard cheese and hard cheese. Soft cheese has 50 to 80% water, semi-hard has 45% water and hard cheese has less than 40% water. So that is on the basis of presence of water in cheese. Also on the basis of process you have ripened cheese and unripened cheese. Ripened cheese has what? Ripened cheese example is cottage cheese, unripened cheese, and ripened cheese you have example as Swiss cheese, isn't it? Or Rauford cheese. After cheese we'll come to the third part, that is toddy. Now what is this toddy? Now toddy is a very famous drink of South India. It's a very famous drink of South India. How is it prepared? It is basically made from fermenting palm tree. Palm tree के जो leaves होते हैं उसका sap होता है. Okay, so it's mainly being prepared from palm tree leaves. The toddy का problem ये है कि you have to consume that drink within 24 hours. 24 hours के अंदर this fresh drink या whatever you have to consume it. Because after 24 hours it cannot be used for drinking. It is not a refreshing now. But yes, it can be used for some other work like for making vinegar. अगर 24 घंटे हो जाते हैं और आप टोडी नहीं पीते हो या रह जाता है तो that can be used for making vinegar. What percent of alcohol toddy has? So approximately after fermentation it has 6% of alcohol. After fermentation what is the percentage of alcohol toddy has? It has 6% of alcohol. इतना ही नहीं, even toddy is used in making jaggery. You have to heat it and it is used in making jaggery. So इस तरह से ये toddy के बहुत सारे अलग-अलग examples हैं. And how is it made? That's by fermentation. See microbes fermentation, palm tree leaves, isn't it? So this was about a brief idea of what toddy is. Now next is a very famous and favorite of all, idli dosa. We love South Indian food, isn't it? We all, at least I love South Indian food. So how do you prepare idli dosa? So for idli dosa, first thing what you require is batter. How is that batter made? That batter is made with the help of rice and उड़द दाल, है ना, उड़द दाल जिसको हम बोलते हैं, या ब्लैक ग्राम जिसको हम बोलते हैं, तो उसको मिक्स करके मम्मी इडली डोसा बनाती है. You have to soak rice, you have to soak उड़द दाल, and then after some time, after a few hours, you have to grind it and then mix it. The best part of idli dosa is there, you don't have to sprinkle any yeast, or you don't have to add any bacteria. What mummy does, she just whisks that batter very fast. If you whisk that batter very fast, what happens, you know, atmosphere contains lot and lot of bacteria. Two famous bacteria are Leuconostoc and Streptococcus. These are two bacteria which are present in atmosphere. These two bacteria mainly help in fermenting idli dosa batter. You know, your mother को अगर तुमने देखा हो तो she keeps that batter in sunlight. What is need for keeping her in sunlight? और ऐसा कहते हैं कि गर्मी में बैटर बहुत फास्ट हो जाता है, isn't it? ठंडी में it takes time. Reason again here is temperature. See, ambient temperature is needed for each and every species. Same is with your bacteria. This bacteria, if you keep that batter in sunlight, हल्का जो warmth है या जो गर्मी है, because of that warmth and गर्मी, this bacteria will multiply faster. And what will they do? They will do anaerobic respiration, isn't it? तुमने ढक कर रखा है, batter is closed, so they will do anaerobic respiration. Because of which, what is generated? Carbon dioxide. What is generated? Carbon dioxide is generated, isn't it? And you get fluffy batter, puffy batter you get, है ना? So this is how idli dosa is being made. Next we'll come to bread. Now bread is what? Like, bread is also very, very, very important ingredient in our diet. It is made from what? It is made from either wheat flour या maida. Maida is refined flour. White bread you must have heard, brown bread you must have heard. So white bread is made from maida and brown bread is made from wheat. So how is it made? So you have to take a flour, you have to add one specific microorganism. यहाँ पर नाम है Saccharomyces cerevisiae. Now this Saccharomyces cerevisiae is yeast. Okay, it is a fungus. So for making bread you are using yeast, you are using fungus. So since bread is being made, the name is baker's yeast. यहाँ पर जो हम नाम यूज करते हैं that is baker's yeast. बेकरी में यूज करते हैं. Same thing, you have to take flour, you have to add yeast, then you have to knead that dough. अच्छे से उसको मलने का है. And after that you have to give shape, like whether it is biscuit or bread or muffins or anything. Shapes are being made and then the content is put into oven. After some time, you know, even you will see that it rises up. How come it rises up? Same thing. Carbon dioxide is being liberated. Now the yeast feeds on the wheat flour. Yeah, it feeds on maida. It does anaerobic respiration. This yeast ये क्या करता है? ये anaerobic respiration करता है. ये yeast का ही खाना बन जाता है. वो anaerobic respiration करता है. Isn't it? जिसके कारण क्या निकलता है? तो carbon dioxide is being released. इतना ही नहीं, because of anaerobic respiration, even ethanol is released, you know, while making bread. But हमें टेस्ट तो आता नहीं है कभी इथेनॉल का. रीजन इज ओवन का टेम्परेचर इतना हाई होता है, टेम्परेचर ऑफ ओवन इज सो मच हाई दैट वॉट एवर इथेनॉल इज बीइंग प्रोड्यूस्ड ड्यूरिंग एनारोबिक रेस्पिरेशन इट जस्ट इवेपोरेट्स. So you will never have that taste of ethanol in spite of the fact that ethanol is being produced. Okay, so this was about bread, how bread is being made. So what is the substrate in bread? Bread में क्या हम use कर रहे हैं? We are using wheat flour and we are using maida. Which microorganisms you are using? You are using yeast. And basic funda is same. Everywhere fermentation is going on. Carbon dioxide is liberated. Is it clear? Yes. So we'll move on. Now next is fermented pickles. There are pickles of soya bean, pickle of fish, pickle of bamboo shoot. Now if I talk about soya bean, शायद तुम लोगों ने सुना हो टोफू, है ना, और सूफू. सूफू is a Chinese food है और टोफू इज जैपनीज. सो ये सूफू और टोफू ये कहाँ से बनता है? दिस आर इवन मेड फ्रॉम फर्मेंटिंग सोयाबीन. सोयाबीन के फर्मेंटेशन से यू गेट टोफू एंड सूफू. इतना ही नहीं, जो हमारा ये जो सॉस है दैट इज योर सोया सॉस, है ना, डार्क ब्राउनिश कलर का सोया सॉस है जिसके बिना चाइनीज बन नहीं सकता है. सो फ्रॉम वेयर इट इज मेड? सो फॉर मेकिंग सोया सॉस ऑल्सो यू नीड टू फर्मेंट सोयाबीन एंड व्हीट. वहां पर यू हैव टू ऐड इवन व्हीट एंड सोयाबीन. उन दोनों को ऐड करके उनका फर्मेंटेशन करके यू गेट सोया सॉस. सो इस तरह से इन सोयाबीन का फर्मेंटेशन हम कहाँ कहाँ कर रहे हैं? सो वी आर डूइंग इट इन वाइल मेकिंग सूफू which is a Chinese food, then tofu, it's a Japanese, then even in making soya sauce, okay, then even fish pickles are there. You must have heard of sausages. So वहाँ पर भी fermentation होता है, उससे भी वो बनता है. Next is bamboo shoots का अचार. It's very famous in northeast India, है ना. So यहाँ पर this part completely deals with fermentation of pickles and everything. Now next and last part is your single cell protein. Even microorganisms are used as dietary supplements. You must have heard of spirulina. Spirulina is a unicellular algae. It is highly rich in protein, isn't it? Many people like our food doesn't contain that much amount of protein. हमारे regular diet में होता है protein, but particularly for a sports person or for a athletic, इन लोगों को in general protein they need more. They require more amount of protein. So they cannot just rely on food. They have to add some protein supplements into their diet. So this protein supplements basically comprises of single cell protein. It is consumed by many people and it gives it is rich in protein, vitamins, mineral, and best part is that it has a low fat value. Fat amount is very less. So it is used by bodybuilders. Okay, so that even we can use it, not only bodybuilders, even we can use it. So that is a single cell protein. Example is what? Example is spirulina. So in this way we have just seen how microorganisms are useful in our household aspect, starting with curd and yogurt till single cell protein. There are lot of uses of microorganism. Here in this class I have even tried to cover some extra points other than NCERT. Hope you liked the video. Please subscribe it and share it. Thank you. Bye.